Salute, salute, salute. What it is, what it do, what's happening, man? Blessings. From Nocturnal Thoughts, man. Nocturnal Thoughts responds to Real Talk Boxing. He disagrees with me. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Clarissa Shields, I just watched one of his videos. He's one of my favorite YouTube platforms. Go subscribe and check him out. He did a video. Some people starting to talk about this Alicia Baumgarner versus Clarissa Shields idea. I think that's apples and oranges, man, to be honest with you. And I don't like to see friends turn into foe. This is boxing. It should be competitive, but it got to make sense as far as the weight class is concerned. I don't really see those stars lining up. I don't see them on a collision course, but it's possible. You know, I think that Alicia Baumgartner will have to go up in weight. I think she's just smaller. You know what I'm saying? I think she's smaller than Clarissa Shields. So I don't know. I don't know the exact weight class of Clarissa Shields because she kind of moves around a little bit. But either way, I did watch the video with Alicia Baumgartner. I feel like she's just chomping at the bit to get back into a fight because she's been on a hiatus. She's been on a break, and she's just starting to foam at the mouth, and she's calling out everybody. And I think she's doing it from a competitive nature. But I do feel like she did. I watched another video where she did go do like a live, and I think she was talking just a little bit more reckless, kind of poking the bear. I could kind of see the response for Clarissa Shields and why she seemed a little bit more like agitated. You know what I'm saying? Because when I first was listening to Clarissa Shields' response, I felt like it was out of bounds, like it was over exaggerated, too emotional, and I'm like, it didn't match up to me from what Alicia was saying. But then when I seen the other video that Alicia Baumgartner kind of elaborated on the idea of fighting Clarissa Shields and saying how she kind of didn't believe the whole story about the padding being taken out of the glove from the video where the male dropped a female fighter, I could see how Clarissa Shields, and knowing how you know, she just has a very competitive nature, competitive spirit. I can see now where Clarissa Shields was kind of barking back at Alicia Baumgartner in such a way. You know what I mean? Those are two of my favorite female fighters, to be honest with you. I don't really want to see them at odds. I really don't pit them against each other. You know, that's like having two beautiful pit bulls. I'm not going to have them fight. Play fight. They can bark at each other. They can wrestle around. But I don't want to see them biting and breaking skin and shedding no blood. You know, I don't want to see them really baring their fangs. If they was two cats, I don't want to see them pulling out the claws. You know what I'm saying? But they talking some shit against each other. And we'll just kind of wait and see what happens with that. I'm not going to really pay too much attention to it because it has started to be just a lot of back and forth banner. And I don't want to hear a fake beef either. I don't like to see friends turn into foe, but I don't like to see friends do a fake beef to build up fake smoke. You know what I'm saying? Or fake fire. I don't need that friction to build no fake fire. If it ain't real deal, Evander Holyfield, then just let them move on to who they really want to compete against and who they really want to fight against. But where I disagree at with Real Talk Boxing is I think Real Talk Boxing lets some of the shit that Clarissa Shields say get underneath his skin. But with me, I take it as a grain of salt because I know for the most part Clarissa Shields is just trying to promote herself and promote her brand by any means necessary. And I don't take everything she says seriously. I take it with a grain of salt. Just like, to me, what Clarissa Shields is saying as far as beating men, I think she also adds on to that part. I think I'm better than this man, skill-wise. I don't think she's really saying that she's better than this man in a real fight, mano a mano. I think she's saying if you take out the fact that I'm a woman and they a man, and you just look at our skills, my skills are better than this person. And I think when she's talking about fighting Keith Thurman, I think it's more the same way that Keith Thurman would entertain the idea of fighting Clarissa Shields as far as an exhibition. I don't think Clarissa Shields really thinks she can beat a man in a real fight if he's skilled and he's a real boxer. She can beat the average Joes, because a lot of average Joes, you know what I'm saying, they really don't stay in shape and exercise and hit the heavy bag and work out and do cardio. These average Joes, you know what I'm saying, they wake up and they back hurt and their knees hurt, and they really don't have no athletic abilities at all. So Clarissa Shields will wipe the floor with them. And I feel like those guys don't like Clarissa Shields because she's so cocky and confident. Now, Alicia Baumgarner, to me, is cocky and confident as well. And a lot of people were really quick to try to throw her underneath the bus when she had her situation happen. So I disagree with people throwing Alicia Baumgarner under the bus about allegations. And I disagree with people throwing Clarissa Shields under the bus when it comes to being dropped in sparring by a man. And she came back and still won her actual fight. And I done seen men have, you know, alleged rumors of getting dropped or getting concussed in sparring, and then before they big fight, they lose they fight. You know what I mean? But like I say, Clarissa Shields saying she'll fight a man and saying she's better than certain men skill-wise, it's the same thing when I hear pound-for-pound conversations and I hear about a little dude sparring against a big dude, or a little dude saying he's more skilled than a big dude, pound-for-pound he's better than. Like I heard recently Gervonta Tank Davis say he was better than Mike Tyson, skill-wise. And I heard people come make debates. Do you think Tank is better than Tyson? And that's just a hypothetical fantasy. You're talking about like totally two different beasts. Skill-wise, whatever, man. Tank might be 1,000 times better skill-wise than Tyson. But in a real fight, Tyson in his prime, Gervonta Tank Davis would no longer be a fighter. You know what I'm saying? Just like Devin Haney got all the skills in the world. He's way more skilled than Deontay Wilder. Clarissa Shields is more skilled than Deontay Wilder. But it's not going to be where she's going to compete and beat him in a real fight. And most of the times when you get smaller dudes and they about to go into a real fight against a guy that's known for having heavier hands and more power, he'll spar against a bigger guy just to get adapted to that power. But that big dude is not going to go 100% on him. He's going to take his foot off the gas just the same way as a man fighting against a woman in sparring is not going to go 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like, plenty of times you've seen like a Sean Porter when he was getting ready for Errol Spence, and Errol Spence was a, you know, at that time, a body snatcher and was breaking dudes down. Sean Porter was sparring against Demetrius Boo Boo Andre. You know what I mean? So, I think he might even been sparring against, somebody was sparring against David Benavidez a little bit. I can't remember who that was. But in a real fight, it wouldn't even be the same. So when it comes to the sparring factor and when it comes to the pound-for-pound conversation, it's just more fantasy. Just like Clarissa Shields talking about fighting a man, to me, that's just a little bit more fantasy talk, and I don't take it seriously. And if they was to fight seriously, it'd be exhibition, in my opinion. And Keith Thurman was entertaining that idea, even though he's not entertaining the fact of fighting Jaron Buzinist. You know what I'm saying? So, real talk, those are my thoughts, man. You can respond back to me. Let me know what you think. I think that Alicia Baumgarner is a class act. I think Clarissa Shields is misunderstood a lot. And I think she's really classy as well. And she's real feminine. I don't see a lot of masculine energy come from Clarissa Shields. She talk a lot of shit, but I don't think and to me, Clarissa Shields is built more feminine than Alicia Baumgarner is. Alicia Baumgarner is built with a little bit more muscle tone than the average woman, and she looks a little bit more masculine as far as her genetic and her frame. She's beautiful. Both of these women are beautiful women, in my opinion, but they apples and oranges. And there's people, everybody like different things. Me personally, I'm married, so I'm not attracted to either one of them outside of what they do in the boxing ring. Those are my thoughts. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Salute, salute, salute. I'm out. Bow.